A lot of you gave me this dimension, which may vary, but your map should always have the street width. And your street names in general should be bolder. This is what you're proposing in town, a new street. Not just these lots, but you're proposing a new street. All right, so a lot of you have your connection with the existing road like this. And don't forget, you should have your existing conditions shown. So you should be seeing the street name and the existing lots. But what we're missing here are the returns. Where do I get this radius from? Oh, music to my ears. What does R equal? 15 is the number up for voting. Do we have confidence in that number? Pressure's on. Is that number right or wrong? 15 feet. R equals 15 feet. Is that correct? For RSIs? R equals 25? That's the correct answer. R equals 15 feet on the right of way. R equals 25 on your curve. All right? All right, your proposed curve should, like I said, should be cut at the BC, PT of that curve. And you should have a feature line connecting it, right? Just one feature line. There's no top of curve, but you're going to have a cut line. And then your other curve will come back, and I've been dashing it so there. All right. So again, R equals 15. And R equals 25 on the bottom of curve. Which will, of course, make 24.5 on the top of curve. All right, so that's fix number 1 on the subdivision. Now, your subdivision is not necessarily showing the curb in existing or proposed or utilities, but that street width should be on there. These radii should be in there. And we're going to talk about setting up your 2D file for all this line work in a minute. But everyone got this? Going once? All right. All right, what else do we have? Full-size maps, 11 by 17 is illegible, all right? And there was a lot of detail missing. A number of you didn't even have your meets and bounds on the map, and if it was on there, it would be very difficult to make out. All right, so a lot of you have those labels all in there, but we have some inconsistent sizing where your meets and bounds are much larger than even your proposed lot name and lot number. So you should try to get your Civil 3D label styles to use the same heights. Again, I would use for road names a height of 0.2. All right, and that's of course 0.2 times your scale, but when you're in the label style, it's 0.2. I would use that for like a street name, a title, right? Even on your sheet title, in paper space, 0.2 is good. You get to your meets and bounds, and to your meets and bounds, I'd probably use a 0.1 or 0.07. Your lot number should be, your street name should be largest, your lot number second largest, or they should be the same. And then your detail, your meets and bounds and your other detail is gonna be smaller. So you have three sizes, 0.2, 0.1, 0.07. You may wanna change them to be like all 1/10 an increment down, depending on how your plan reads. Maybe you go to a 0.6, 0.09, 0.19. Look at your plan and see, but those three sizes, or one slightly above or below, should get you through your whole thing. I want to talk about call-out labels. Your call-outs are basically not your detail information, but your general information. Like, you're going to put in your right-of-way width, and you'll put in a dimension for your road width, but who knows what the lines are for the curb, really, right? So you could have what they call a call-out label that says proposed 6-inch concrete curb. Your detention basin would have a call-out label, proposed detention basin, right? Your easements would have proposed easement on it. Those are your call-out labels. And they will definitely help people reviewing your plan, looking at your plan, knowing exactly what you are proposing, right? So easements, a number of people did not put an easement around the detention basin. That was required with meets and bounds around it. We're gonna set up, talk about setting up a 2D file. Go ahead.
So when you said easement around the basin with meets and bounds, so
Mhm.
basins like might be rounded, right?
Yes.
So it's gonna have like a bunch of different.
Your easements are generally simplified. Surveyors don't like putting in a whole bunch of things. What I would suggest you do is keep it simple. It could be a rectangle, it could have a couple of curves in it if you want. But I would keep it simple and keep probably 10 feet of clearance from the easement line to your basin.
Okay.
All right, so there's plenty of access. Your easement in this case is not going to be like a roadway.